Are you worried where your dollar is going next? Is it up or is it down? I have a solution for you. Let's make trade plans for next week on your dollar, so maybe you can catch the next move. Because in this video, I'm going to go through entries, stop loss and targets for euro dollar, pound yen, USDCAD, US oil, gold, and maybe also silver, where I'm going to tell you my personal opinion only. It's only for education purposes, not a financial advice. And I'm super stoked about next week, so let's make some plans. The plan for euro dollar for next week is this is the buy zone for the month. So it is still technically not bearish. Oh, that was the high. Yes, it can be the high. And yes, that was a fall. But it might not be the fall you've all been waiting for, because it is not a reversal. It just fell, and with the COT report and the hedge fund above us just did this. Take profit. That's the only thing they did. So the plan is, so far, we're still going higher until this one is broken. So you have to really emphasize on that if-then statements. If it breaks 1750, yes, then we are bearish on euro dollar. If not, we're still going higher. So my plan is to catch the next pullback for euro dollar to go up. So let's add the pivot point for next week. And the next week's pivot point says, oh, sounds like a good idea to me, that around, not below, but around 1810, we are likely to go higher. So that up until 2050, good on that, good on that, good on that. Good 2040 then. That is my plan, okay? So where's your stop loss? Stop loss is very tight and very nice. Down here at 1750, that gives you 50 to 60 pips. Sounds like a good idea. And then if price goes higher, comes back down, well, that is just another reason to start buying again. If it goes higher again, that's just another reason to start buying again. So that's maybe giving you 1 to 3 trades this week. Cool. So with my experience of, I don't know, 6 or 7 years by now, I would say this is okay. This is good. You just need a new higher high. That's all. Then you're good off the races. And then I also know that up here is the challenge at 1920, okay? This price here. I know that is a place where sellers are likely to sell, wanting to sell. So if price is there, don't buy there, okay? So I'm only looking for the buyers this week on this one. If not, I will just take a week off and do something else, okay? That's my plan for your dollar. If you're a seller, you can look into this and then down to 1700. I just mentioned to you very briefly. And then the plan for pound dollar is almost the same thing. Well, we have now a new low, which is just a buy zone. And then it came up here straight up again after touching this price. That says something to me that the true profit up here, took it down there to buy again. What do you want to see then, you might ask? A price breaking here, or price coming down here, back down to 32.20, and then rising. Where's your stop loss, you might ask? Well, down at 31.50 sounds like a good idea, and that should give you 50 to 60 pips stop loss. Okay, where's your target? Well, above here at 35.40. Okay, cool. What else? What else do you want to know? When price goes higher, find a pullback. When price goes higher, you find a pullback. But also in this case, you have strong resistance up at 33.70. Don't take that lightly. Don't buy there. Wait for price to break above before buying again. Okay? That's like the basic thing I've ever done with you. Good. Now, what did the COT report say about pound? Not much of a move. Euro had a lot of take profits happening that make me a bit worried, but nothing more than that. Not a lot of new sellers. Can they be changed? Potentially, yes, but then maybe just for this next week maybe, and then we will turn everything around. So if we then break below 32 on pound, we are likely to fall further. Okay, so if then statements, when you are a buyer, if it goes below 132, just adios amigos. But then you're like, okay, it can stop, it doesn't stop you out yet because you have stop loss at 31.50. Then if that happens, hands off, don't buy it again until it makes a new higher high. How does that look like? A new higher high looks like that. That's a new higher high. That's a new higher high. That's a new higher high. Okay, good. Gold. Should we pound yen first? Pound yen. Okay, so in the pound, so there wasn't a lot of movements, but this is definitely the buy price. What I want to see next, I want to see price come down to 440.50 or a new higher high, then pull back. And then I want to see price coming up to 43.20 for this week. We again in this round have strong resistance at 141.80 area. That's where sellers will sell. That's where you don't buy, right? Then that's what your plan is. That's my plan. Cool plan. Stop loss below here. And give or take 39.80. That gives you 50, 60 pips and stop loss. Okay. All right. Good. I love this plan. I love it. I love it. Why? This is support. Okay. This is resistance. So anything that happens in between this box is up to the market. If we just break, but that doesn't mean that's where you enter. It means you enter here as a buyer, enter here as a seller, and up to the market to prove you're right or wrong. Okay, cool. But gold is in the range. Okay, so plan for gold is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. So I'm kindly telling you to like cool down on gold. Don't break the bank. If you have lost a lot of money in gold, please don't do anything here. There might be setting up for a buy. It's still down good at a good price. Yeah, that's a good price. So you might have a run for this week. Okay, what do you want to see then? If you want to see price back up to 2000, you can say I want the price back down to 1924, up a new high, back down to 1936, up a new high. Okay, that's what you want to see. And if that's not what you get, you almost got it last week, almost, and then fell on you. Okay, that's just a new chance. That's why I want you to be in the long run. That's why I want you to have small stop losses, no small lot sizes, so that you can be wrong, but also be right. And then when you're right, you're very right. And then once you are right, you add on top, add on top, add on top, so that you gain more when it goes in the direction than when you lose. Right? Cool. So I said, entry give or take and around 1925 and 2000 is your target. Stop loss somewhere in the dark of 1915. That's a bit close, but give or take, people, give or take. Be fine with what you do. Silver, very quickly, I want a new higher high, I want to pull back, and then I want to price up to 29.20. Cool. Stop loss below here. Cool. You guys didn't like silver so much, so I'm just going to give you it very quickly, very briefly. Awesome. Okay, we are in a marathon today apparently. So USD oil, what are you thinking? People said, oh, it's bullish now. No, it wasn't bullish. Please let me explain to you why it wasn't. Okay, cool. It didn't break a new higher high on the 4 hour, meaning it was still at support, turning resistance. Another way to sell. Great way to sell, by the way. So for this market, purely is still bearish. But then now becomes the question, what do you do for next week? Well, if you're a seller, you want to price a bit, pull back up again, and then selling down again to 129. The other problem here is, if this is actually a turnaround for the buyers, you really don't want to move price to move down here, basically. But have in mind, if you are a seller, they might want to make a double bottom. Okay? That is a little double bottom. If it comes down here and stops, have your stop losses. If your NT is up here, you should be out at break even and not even losing anything if you are entering here. If price comes up here, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. Then you can just let it be. That might be difficult, but that's actually sometimes what you do. Sell, 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 and then maybe sell here again, hopefully. Hopefully we get another entry. So, what is my plan? Straightforward, straight to the point. Nice. Straight to the point. Cool. Down. Sell. Sell. Down to 29.40. Let's say 29.40. Look out for a potential double bottom. The CT report for gold was more buyers. Not so much, but still more buyers. Same for silver, even more for silver, by the way. Also for pound, wasn't a lot of movement. So have that in mind. More buyers coming into gold. So CAD, USDCAD, and then dollar became a bit stronger, just a bit. So that's what you think, and then just continue the mission. Okay, just on the mission, on the way down until it stops, until it makes a new high, So if it does now break above 130, 150, that is a new higher high on the 4-hour time frame. That is a reversal, change of trend for some time at least. So look out for that. US oil. Ouch. Okay, if you were a buyer last week, what did you do? You bought here, supposedly, or you bought here, supposedly, or in this area. If you didn't do that, if you bought here, that's not your plan. Then your stop loss should actually be down in this area here, by the way, or here, maximally there. That means you didn't incur those losses if you are a buyer. We are a buyer, so now we wait. We kind of just have to let this one pass. Okay, so if we let this one pass, what should sellers should have done? Well, it only should have done because I'm not a seller, so I didn't look out for it. But when it breaks, learning lesson, if it breaks this support, this candle here, next pullback is this candle. It wasn't closed, doesn't matter. That was the sell price. Then it came down, and then a new low, came back up again. That's your second chance. First chance, second, third chance, sorry. And then take profit at 13.9, I think it was. So then I also said have two orders. One order is was it weekly, monthly take profit, monthly TP, and one order position trading. Because when oil goes, it goes. So if this is really the breakout to the lower side, this can continue for longer. That's why you want to have two orders, and then one is just 0.5% of your account. Okay, so if you want to join with me, please come to my Discord channel. Please be in the Discord channel, because that's where the fun stuff is. We have a lot of fun there, and also that's where I help you. If you want my help, that's where I can help you on a daily basis. And you ask questions, I try to answer them as fast as I can. Okay, unless I do have a mentorship, it is still open, it is still amazing, and people are crushing it. They are saying it is the best thing they've ever done. They can't believe how much they're learning. That's up to them. Somebody said it's unbelievable. Somebody said it's too low priced. You get access to me every day. If that's what you want, cool. Join me and be risky. Don't risk a lot out there, and be happy. Okay, cool. See you later.